Hey guys, another day, another reselling Q&A. Currently, life is crazy right now. My oldest has COVID. Luckily, his symptoms have been super minor, but yeah, I haven't been feeling well the past few days. My throat's really been hurting. Both him and I got a PCR test yesterday because he needs a PCR test in order for like his absences at school to count or whatever. So yeah, life's crazy right now, but I'm still filming, so here we go. First question. Someone on Poshmark asked me to trade with them. Is that allowed? Have you ever done it? So, I mean, technically trading is allowed, but it's at your own discretion. If you trade with someone and they screw you over, there's no like protection from Poshmark. Basically, they say, yes, you can trade, but your purchases aren't protected by Poshmark like they typically would be. I get offers to trade like all the time. I had someone send me a bunch of lowball offers on this particular item the other day, and then I kept countering back, and then they're like, oh, actually, do you want to trade? I'm like, no, because I don't trust people enough to trade. I mean, sure, there are people that, can trade fine on Poshmark and there's no issues, but I just don't trust people enough to trade. And plus, I want money. I don't want like items in return. So it is technically allowed. I would not suggest doing it because you have like no protection. You can easily get scammed. So I wouldn't suggest doing it. Okay, next question. Vanessa question. I'm going to start making handout candles. Handout candles. I don't know what those are. What is that? What does that mean? I've noticed that I get coming soon notifications. How do I list an item to be posted on a certain day down the week? I would really love to do that. Start getting some likes before it actually comes out. So yes, you can do that. You can do, guys, my kids are crazy. We've been quarantined and they're just going nuts. I'm going nuts too, but it's okay. It's fine. So yes, you can do that. When you list something, you can scroll all the way to the bottom to availability, and those are your options. It's not a crack in my screen. It's a crack in my screen protector. I highly suggest getting the glass screen protectors. They're amazing. Okay, anyway, yeah, so you tap on drops, month, day, time, and then you can choose when you want it to drop. So that's how you do it. They're called drops. Poshmark tried to like hype them up when they first announced them, but I don't know. I feel like it's mostly like people that have like boutiques maybe that use it, or like brands that have closets. Like Free People and Levi's, like they utilize that, but I don't do that so much. But it sounds like it would be a cool feature for you. I don't know what handout candles are. What does that mean? What's a handout candle? Handout candle. Oh, did you maybe mean handmade and it auto-corrected to handout? I think that's what it is. I think I figured it out. Next question. Curious why you do not share numbers on how your business is doing. I think you are the only reseller YouTube channel I follow who does not share numbers. So, I mean, I don't share my numbers. I don't share my numbers for a number of reasons. I just don't feel like it's anyone's business to know exactly how much I make, exactly how much I spend on shit. It's no one's business. That's like personal business information that nobody needs to know. I will tell you guys occasionally how much I pay for something and how much I make like in a week or a month. I've done a couple of videos talking about that, but overall, I'm not giving out my numbers. It's just like if you have a regular job, you're going to tell me how much you make a year and like what your expenses are and bills are and stuff. Like, I don't get how people, like, it's funny when I like meet someone new and I tell them what I do and they're like, oh, how much money do you make? It's like, first of all, I just fucking met you. Second, I don't know. I feel like people don't think that reselling is like a real job, and they just, I don't know, they just have the balls to ask how much I make. Like, I don't know. I would never just randomly, especially like a person that I just met, like, oh, how much do you make a year? Not just with reselling, with YouTube too. People be like, oh, how much do you make? It's like, that's rude to ask. So I just don't give out that information because it's nobody's business. I will do videos giving you guys tips and tricks, but it's nobody's business how much money I make, how much I spend on shit, etc., etc. As far as like the YouTubers you watch, I guarantee, I mean, there are a couple that give out like all of their numbers, but most resellers are like, oh, okay, I'm a 6-figure reseller. I made 100,000 this year, but they don't tell you what their cost of goods are. They don't tell you what their actual net profit is. Like most of the time when someone says they're a 6-figure reseller, that's not how much they actually get deposited into their bank account at the end of the day. I follow a lot of resellers, and there are very few that will give you every single number. So You might be misled. You might think that they're giving you all their numbers, but they're really not. So yeah, so that's the reason why I don't. It's nobody's business, really. Okay, last question. Hello, Vanessa. Love your videos on YouTube. I had a question. Recently, someone bought an item and I accidentally sent the wrong item. The item was sent back to me. Now the buyer keeps messaging me that when will I send the right item since it's my fault for sending her the wrong item. I'm not sure how to take care of that. She has already gotten refunded and I got my item too. Now my question is, does she have to purchase the item again or do I contact Poshmark for a new label? I'm a little over a year old on Poshmark and it's never happened to me before. Your reply would be appreciated. Thank you. So that's happened to me many times. I've sent the wrong item. It happens. It happens. People make mistakes. I'm not perfect. Nobody's perfect. You're going to make mistakes. In your instance, you would have to create a new listing and then sell it to that person again. The transaction has already been done, completed. You sold it to them. You sent the wrong thing by mistake. Poshmark started a return case. They sent them the label. You got the item back. They got their money. Case closed. There's nothing more that you can do with that particular transaction. So in order for that person to buy it, you would have to create a new listing with that item and then sell it to them again. It's a pain in the butt, yes, but I get why Poshmark does it because I feel like it would be a pain in the butt on their end to try to do the whole like switcheroo thing. It's just easier to just close that transaction and just start a new one, I guess. All right, so that is it for this video. I hope I answered your questions. If you have any other questions, you can comment down below. Send me a DM on Instagram or tweet me on Twitter. If you're new to Poshmark and you want to sign up, you can use my code. It is Keepin' It Rad. You get a $10 credit and I also get a $10 credit, so thank you. That's it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll talk to you guys in my next video.